instead of giving bonuses for successful outcomes, I decided to give bonuses for unsuccessful outcomes in my businesses. And we had, just very briefly, the impetus for this was an experience I had in our hotel up in the Lake Tahoe area, where during the summer months, as is the case in Squaw Valley, California, you get a lot of mosquitoes. And we had all these ponds that were outside our hotel, which are required. So when you snow during the winter months, you got to scrape them off the parking lot, and you got to put them in these areas where they would basically seep down for environmental purposes when the snow and ice mix with the oils. So you had to keep these ponds during the summer months, and they were just breeding grounds for mosquitoes. So I had a very entrepreneurial staff member who was my night clerk, basically the person that, for whatever reason, loves to get up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and go to work at 6 and spend the evening overnight. And so he came up with an interesting idea. He said, if we can just put catfish or fish in these ponds, then they will, by definition, take advantage of the larva that's been created from the mosquitoes, and we would reduce the total number of mosquitoes in our hotels, which seemed like a great idea. So they just, on their own, went out and bought a bunch of fish. The night they bought the fish, they were mature fish. We kept the hotel doors open down the hallways during the summer months. That next morning, the next crew came in, and they started looking around and wondering why there were fins here down the hallway. There were body parts of these fish all over the property and literally down the corridors of the hotel. It turned out that the raccoons went crazy that night in this intense fashion and went after these fish and devoured them, and in their ecstasy ran around madly. That was worthy of an award for the spirit of entrepreneurialism. They tried to solve a problem as opposed to say, that's not my problem. And so therein lies the birthing of our failure award, which continues for the 16 or so small businesses that my company operates to this day. And I guess I say that for no other reason than it's just an antidote to why I love the business environment, and why I appreciate small business men and women, and why I really appreciate the spirit of entrepreneurialism that always doesn't work out as intended.